When Nigeria gained independence in 1960, the new nation stood at the edge of promise, rich in land, people, and resources. From agriculture to oil, from rebuilding to reforming, each administration since independence has shaped Nigeria's economy in its own way. I am Fatia Idera, and welcome to another beautiful episode on New Daily Prime Podcast. Join us as we explore Nigeria's economic evolution from independence to modern reforms. A look at how every leader, from Balewa to Tinubu, left their mark on the nation's financial and development path. In the early years of independence, Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa from 1960 to 1966 focused on nation building and agricultural export. Nigeria's economy at that time was largely agrarian, built on cocoa from the west, groundnut from the north, and palm produce from the east. Balewa's government launched the first National Development Plan in 1962 to 1968, investing in education, transport, and communication to link rural producers to markets. It was also during this time Nigeria joined the United Nations and strengthened the ties with Britain and Commonwealth, opening the door for foreign investment and international trade. After the Civil War, General Yakubu Gowon from 1966 to 1975 took charge with a focus on reconstruction, reconciliation, and rehabilitation. Nigeria experienced its first oil boom during this war, boosting federal revenue. Funds from crude oil were channeled into roads, bridges, and educational institutions such as the University of Benin. Gowon also created 12 new states in 1967 to strengthen federal unity and decentralized administration. He launched the Second National Development Plan, 1970 to 1974, one of Nigeria's most ambitious, emphasizing infrastructure and industrial growth. Though short-lived, Muritala Muhammad's administration from 1975 to 1976 was marked by decisive reforms. He initiated civil service restructuring, reviewed government spending, and began the relocation of the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja, a move finalized years later. Muritala's era signals a new wave of discipline and efficiency in governance, setting a tone that would influence public sector reforms for decades. Continuing Muritala's policies, General Olusegun Obasanjo from 1976 to 1979 pushed for industrialization and rural development. He completed the Operation Feed the Nation agricultural program aimed at boosting food production and self-sufficiency. During this period, Nigeria also completed major projects like the National Theatre in Lagos and new refineries in Warri and Kaduna. In 1979, Obasanjo handed power to a civilian government, marking Nigeria's first peaceful transition. President Shehu Shagari's civilian government from 1979 to 1983 introduced the Green Revolution program, a renewed push for agriculture. However, global oil prices rose, leading to a decline in national revenue. His administration invested in housing, manufacturing, and education, but faced economic recession and rising unemployment. Despite challenges, Shagari expanded industries like Ajaokuta Steel and sought to modernize Nigeria's productive capacity. After a military coup, Major General Muhammadu Buhari's government from 1983 to 1985 focused on discipline and economic control. He introduced strict import restrictions, launched the war against indiscipline, and tried to reduce Nigeria's dependence on foreign goods. Although tough, these policies were aimed at curbing corruption and stabilizing the naira during a time of global financial strain. General Ibrahim Babangida's administration from 1985 to 1993 introduced sweeping economic changes. He adopted the Structural Adjustment Program (SAP) under IMF and World Bank guidelines, which deregulated trade, naira, and removed subsidies. He also created new status, established Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC), and supported banking liberalization. The SAP reshaped Nigeria's economy, promoting a shift towards private enterprise, though it also increased inflation and inequality. General Sani Abacha's years from 1993 to 1998 were marked by tight economic control. He created the Petroleum Trust Fund (PTF) to invest oil revenue in roads, healthcare, and education. Despite political isolation, Nigeria maintained foreign reserve and kept inflation moderate during its rule. His government also commissioned major roads projects nationwide. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, back in civilian power from 1999 to 2007, championed economic reform, debt relief, and privatization. He negotiated Nigeria's debt forgiveness with the Paris Club, saving billions. The National Economic Empowerment and Development Strategy, NEEDS, promoted private investment while banking consolidation strengthened financial stability. This period also saw the telecommunication boom as GSM networks transformed communication and created millions of jobs. President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua from 2007 to 2010 pursued continuity and reform. He launched the 7-point agenda focusing on power supply, education, and transport. He also established the Niger Delta Amnesty Program, which brought relative peace and increased oil output. Under his plan, Nigeria began long-term energy projects aimed at improving electricity generation. President Goodluck Jonathan from 2010 to 2015 emphasized infrastructure, agriculture, and technology. He introduced the Agricultural Transformation Agenda, supporting farmers with credit and equipment. His government also completed the GDP rebasing in 2014, which made Nigeria Africa's largest economy. Projects like the Abuja-Kaduna Rail Line and investments in power and ICT marked his years in office. From 2015 to 2023, President Muhammadu Buhari returned to power as a civilian and focused on diversification and self-sufficiency. He introduced the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, ERGP, after the 2016 recession, targeting agriculture and manufacturing, border trade policies, the Anchor Borrowers Program, and the drive for local rice production, all reflected his push towards reducing import dependence. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration since 2023 to present began with bold fiscal reforms, fuel subsidy removal, and exchange rate unification, aiming to stabilize the country and attract foreign investment. These steps have sparked debate but are designed to promote long-term fiscal sustainability and restore investor confidence. His team has continued to pursue digital economic growth, tax reforms, and financial transparency. From cocoa to granules to crude oil and fintech, Nigeria's economy has evolved through cycles of growth, reform, and challenges. Every leader, be it civilian or military, played a part in shaping Nigeria's fiscal identity. As the country continues its journey, one truth remains: the strength of Nigeria's economy is not just in its resources, but in the resilience and innovation of its people.